Temitope, how are you doing?
I actually don't want to become as
Hi, beautiful people. What's up? How are you doing over there? You're welcome to Gist with Dexola right here on Dexola TV podcast, where creativity meets conversation and no gist are off limits. So I remain your host, Olamide, and right here with me, I have my super amazing guests, like people that are always, they are always open to say their minds, to give their opinions, people who are not afraid to speak up their mind. So I have with me on my right hand side Afolabi. So Afolabi, how are you doing today?
I'm alright, I'm fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're looking very, very, very handsome and relaxed and
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I want to say thank you for bringing me up here.
all right, you're
Though I actually
welcome.
don't want to come at some point because of the weather.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
so
true.
crazy. I was doubting if I should be here or not.
Mm.
But all thanks to God, we are here. So I'm
Okay,
waiting for what you have for me.
okay. I'm glad that you are here finally. Thank you for making it up here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Thank you very much. And to my left hand side right here, I have my amazing, gorgeous, beautiful Temitope. Temitope, how are you doing today?
well,
It's
very
so good to have you here
Thanks
again.
for the privilege.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. So how was the weather on your side, and how is everything? How are you doing? How have you been coping?
Actually not unbearable. Like you're surviving with
Okay.
coping as well.
Okay, that's fine. All right, guys, I can feel the energy in the room already. Even if the question have not been said yet, I can feel the energy in the room. So, guys, we'll be dealing with an interesting topic today, a very fun topic. My guest, I believe you're ready. I believe you're ready.
Yeah.
Very well.
All right. Okay, so guys, before we dive into the topic for today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash the notification bell so that you won't miss in our subsequent episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the question of the day. So, the question for today says, should men be harshly judged for not knowing how to cook? I believe my guests are ready and I believe they can hear me. So it's gonna be us today. Everybody go collect your Toyota today. Okay, so should men be judged harshly for not knowing how to cook? Okay, so I would like to hear from Afolabi first. Afolabi, should men be judged harshly for not knowing how to cook?
The thing is, first of all, cooking is a skill.
Okay, yeah.
It's not a gender based.
Yes, you're right, you're right.
So men being judged actually not knowing how to cook is very wrong. Yeah, instead of judging them harshly, to encourage them, to teach them and put them through,
Okay.
it will actually be a very wrong way. Do you know that there are some men or guys while they were growing up, they always see this cooking thing as a biggest thing.
Yes, you're right.
So you not telling them or judging them is as if you are neglecting them or you're making them feel bad.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And on the longer run, it is few men you see in the kitchen in these days.
Okay.
Most of the men are out
No,
there.
that's
Hold on.
Okay,
Most men are out there cating for their family, providing for the family, responsibility of their work ethics, traffic. One or two things is actually holding them back.
Yeah.
So you're not taking them back to the kitchen and be like, I want that.
All right. I'm sorry for cutting you short, Afolabi.
Okay.
I understand the part where you said men has other responsibilities.
course,
Yes,
of course.
that's obvious, and that's the basic truth. Even as a man in the home, in the house, in the family, he has other responsibilities.
Of course.
So, but you said something, and I want to get it right. You said by, that we can help them by encouraging them, putting them
Yes.
through. So I want to get something from that, your point. Are you actually saying that to encourage men that don't know how to cook at all? Or and there are some men that actually know how to cook, but they just feel it should be women thing.
You actually said it, that some men actually believe it's women's thing. It shouldn't.
Okay.
That notion is actually very wrong. Like,
Okay, so are you now saying we should encourage men that do not know how to cook? Probably we can put them through. Okay, now let's assume that we even put them through already. They know how to cook, but then are they ready to, help their spouse or their partner?
I was about saying is that when it comes to learning, it is willing. Yes. If I'm ready to learn something, you must be ready to see the readiness and seriousness in it.
Yeah, even the zeal,
Yes, yes. So that's why I said it's actually a skill.
Okay.
Some men do not have time to learn how to cook. So they prefer to buy food outside and just enjoy it.
Focused men. They are always focused.
So
Other things, they have one thing or the other to do.
One thing or the other, one thing.
Okay.
You get. So the main reason of this topic is judging them harshly. I'm not encouraging that.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
That's why I'm saying you don't need to judge them harshly. If you
Okay.
see a guy or a man that doesn't know how to cook, there are some words you can say that will actually change the life. I made a statement that there are some people that grow up and they have the mentality that it is ladies that should know.
That should cook, yes.
If a lady or a friend like them is coming to meet them and they notice that this is the mentality this person has, there's a way you can actually change it. It's a psychology thing. You get. But you judging them harshly is no. It's very, very wrong.
Okay, so you're actually going for we not judging them harshly.
Yeah, that's what the question is all about. All right.
Yes, you're right. That's the topic. That's the topic we're dealing with today. And let me just say, probably you're talking from, a man's
Point of view,
perspective, or you're speaking for yourself. Okay. That's good. That's a fair point from you. Actually, that's a very great opinion from you. Okay, so Temitope, you're up next. Should men be harshly judged for not knowing how to cook?
yes.
Eh?
Yes. Like a very big
It's straight
yes.
answer.
Honestly,
A very big, like
wide
capital yes.
A very big why yes. Because as it is, cooking is like a fundamental skill for everybody, in irrespective of the gender. You have to know how to cook. Fine, it's not like it has to be like up to all these chef standards. But at least something to like keep you, something to like you should be able to enter the kitchen, put 1 or 2, 3 ingredients together and make something okay. So if that's lacking, such men, such man would actually have to like rely on another person for survival. It might be fast food, it might be a third party preparing food for them. And again, for health and wellness, for you to be able to supervise your ingredients, the things you put together to cook your food, be able to like avoid too much of processed food. Like you go for things that these things I use this kind of water to prepare it. You'll be sure of the ingredients you're using. Thereby putting your health like on a good side. Also, what kind of message are we passing to the younger generation? They would actually want to grow up have that notion that cooking cooking is
for women. Yeah.
Let me just come and eat the food. We understand that men can be busy, but at least out of no time, in as much as you could create time to eat, you should still create time to cook. Wow.
But do you know that?
There are foods that we know there are foods that take a lot of time to process, of time, and there are still food that are very fast.
But
in less than 30 to 5 minutes,
out there that don't even know.
But the ratio of ladies that don't know how to cook cannot be compared to
if you have to switch this question back to me, are ladies meant to be judged actually if they don't know how to cook?
Obviously, because if we can say we are judging men actually for not knowing how to cook, what would you say about ladies? Obviously.
This is serious. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not supporting the message to say it's a judgment.
Men actually.
I feel they should be judged harshly if
There are a
they
lot
have
of
that
things.
notion
There are
that
a lot of things
cooking
men
should be a
put in
woman
place.
thing.
Okay, you can't expect a lady doing carpentry work. Okay, fine, probably there are, but the ratio is very slim. There are a lot of things guys judge that
There is nothing
ladies can never fit
there is nothing
Okay,
a
so
man
what
do
is
that a
more
woman
on-
cannot do.
please
What
don't
they
bring that.
there is
Please don't bring that on board, please.
absolutely
No.
nothing.
You
Absolutely
don't want to
nothing.
divert to another.
No, it doesn't mean it's
No,
just
you don't want to.
absolutely nothing. I've not seen anything in this world that a man is going to do that a woman cannot actually participate.
Okay, and there's a
Let's
song that
just
says
keep the
what a
gender
man can
stereotypes
do,
away.
a woman can do so. Okay,
No.
that's right.
No.
Okay, so
I'm
Mr. Afolabi is saying we should not judge men harshly for
Yeah,
not knowing how
that's
to cook. While Temitope is saying we should judge men for not knowing how to cook.
at all.
Well, this is deep. Like this is really deep, and you both are dropping, some valid bombs right now, and I am really enjoying it. I'm into it, and it's getting more fun, more interesting, and I love this. I love this. But if you would ask me, as your host pilot, if you would ask me, I would say that men should be actually judged for not knowing how to cook in today's
You
world.
guys are trying to
Definitely.
corner.
Hold on. Men should be judged for not knowing how to cook. And men should not be judged for not knowing how to cook.
Let's have it.
Yeah, you guys want to put me in a tight corner right now. You want to yeah, fine. Cooking is it's a basic life skills that I feel everybody should have. Okay, so what about a situation whereby, there is no man that has not passed through the bachelor stage.
Of course.
We are all educated people. We've gone to schools. So are you now saying when you were in school you don't cook for yourself as a guy, as a bachelor?
Let me bust your head. When I was in school, I have a friend that don't cook at all.
A guy.
He does not even have
He
gas.
buys food.
Oh
He
wow.
buys food.
That's
That is
interesting.
it. That is all. That is what me I'm saying, that it will actually affect your self-independence. You have to depend on people before you can eat, and it shouldn't be so.
When you have this money, you have to depend
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, because I wanted to talk about money.
Millionaires, they make time to cook in their own.
I wanted to talk about money because buying food every day. How are they doing it?
They are comfortable with it. So
I know they are, but there are a few times or probably once in a while that this money, like there will not be money or
You
stuff
want
like
to
that.
manage.
You want to manage.
They'll still go ahead and buy food.
What do you do about that?
do you know that if you do not eat in the day, you know that?
Okay, so
Yes,
are you saying
you're right.
because the person
You're
cannot
right.
cook now,
He should not cook. Oh, this is getting more
You guys
interesting.
are- No, you guys know it.
I
If you
understand.
know, you said there are times that you now money.
Yes,
Quite
yes.
understandable.
Okay.
Quite understandable. But do you know as well that if you do not eat in the day, you know that?
Yes, that is
But you
correct.
cannot keep going on and on like that.
But
Except
are you not going to
like
say that you
except-
don't have money, all I'm not gonna allow you like that?
the thing is, okay, when the money comes, the person will just switch to fast food or third
I
party.
said I don't go chop me. You go chop now.
Okay.
Yes. While I was in school, I said a friend of mine, she not even have that, but they eat.
Yeah, such person maybe he contributes, like he give his friends money to like cook. The fact remains that his friend would still cook. Somebody still has to do it.
Yeah.
And that's my own. That brings my own point that it will actually affect his self-dependency. He has to like depend on one
Other
person
people
before he
contributing
can eat.
before we cook.
Even if he's getting the food from fast food and stuff, he has to depend on them before he can eat. And it shouldn't be so.
I don't know people's mentality these days. Some people even they agree with this mentality that cooking is just for women and women alone. But
It's not their fault.
I feel it shouldn't be so.
It shouldn't.
I feel it shouldn't be so. Though personally, I've met men that in the kitchen, they are very good. Their cooking skills is top notch and stuff like that. And I've seen men that even just ordinary boiling of water is like a talent to them. You know, it's so worse on some men that even to boil water is a problem for them. And when they put that water on fire, the water will get dried up.
I don't even like
some of them cannot even like a guy. Imagine. But then I would say that in today's world, everything is changing. The world is evolving.
Yes.
So fine, this is not a gender-based thing, you understand? But then the world is changing. So I feel we should, even as a guy, either as a man or a woman, as a lady or a guy, you should know how to cook.
Yes.
You should know how to cook.
Up to professional level.
Even if not up to professional level, but as a guy, you should know how to cook.
If not,
understanding the guy should know. But the question is judging them. Please let us do that.
It's still the same thing. Guys are already zeroed their mind that cooking is not. Some even say it's too stressful. They can't go to that step. They can't do it.
But cooking is stressful quite a lot.
We know that it depends on your choice of food actually.
But there's no time.
This is women supporting women, and this is men supporting.
I'm supporting myself.
So this is getting interesting. All right, so guys, to my amazing listeners, I would like you to give your comments. I want your comments to keep rolling in. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the notification bell so as to get our next episode. And don't also forget to add your hashtag, hashtag GistWithDexola. So we'll be seeing you on our next episode. This will be a wrap on today's episode of Gist with Dexola. Until next time, stay happy, stay successful. Bye.